They always had that on the application. Have you ever been convicted of a felon? And I know for a fact, any person that's a felon, when they go through that and they look at that box, they have to sit there a long time to figure out whether or not they're gonna check that box or not. Because in my mind, a lot of times I thought, they're not gonna do no background check like that. I'm not gonna check that box. I went through a temporary service. I'm working hard, I'm showing up every day, I'm doing my thing. So after 6 months, they came to me and they said, my supervisor said, man, the company wanna hire you on. But you gotta do another drug test. You gotta do a drug test, another drug test, and a background check. So he said, background check. First thing popped in my mind was like, man, I'm gonna have to fill that box out. They brought me into HR with Evansville Police, their security, 2 of my supervisors, and 1 of their top dogs. And they handed me the background check and they asked me, Mr. Davis, is this you? I claimed my lockout. They had the police escort me off the property. I actually sat in my car for about 10 minutes and shed some tears because I knew that I had to go back into survival mode. And it led me right back down the same path. But when I got out and the first thing I had to do was go to see my parole officer. She started telling me about different jobs and people that was hiring, and she told me about these guys that was coming from Mission St. Louis. I was like, Mission St. Louis, I never heard of that before.
We interviewed him at probation and parole, offered him an opportunity to actually be into the program. He went through that vetting process of doing our orientation. From that point, he entered into the class and was stellar during the class. I mean, this guy was on time every day, engaged in all of the conversations, and really even started to kind of be, a mentor to other guys, while he was going through the program.
These jobs, they want to see, are you willing to put the work in? Are you willing to sacrifice your time to go through these different programs? But I had a moment one time when I was like, man, I'm not going back here killing myself for this little bit of money. As a matter of fact, I'm not even getting paid for this. Why am I here? I had that moment. Always in the back of my mind is that while I was going through the program, is that, remember, you're a 2-time convicted felon. You need this program to help you get a job.
He had his internship that started. He started doing his internship at Swiss American. And from that point, man, Swiss had contacted us and was like, man, we really want to hire this guy. And this was before the internship was even over with. He had been doing so well at Swiss American that opportunity came where Penske, which is another one of our great partners, had reached out to us and said, hey, we need to hire a couple of more guys. And Deward was one of the first guys on our list. And Deward went, he had the opportunity to do the interview, and he aced the interview. Was really proud of him, and Penske immediately offered him the job. So he went from making $10 an hour at Swiss American to working with Penske making $16 an hour.
So I would never ever leave or forget about Mission St. Louis. With all the love and the support and the stuff they showed me, being out these year and 3 months, they've been a part of my strength. So I would never ever forget about what they did for me.
I believe in the guys that I work with. I believe in the guys that we serve, and I believe the person that needs to be honored is Deward. He went through the process of dealing with that grueling 8 weeks. He went through the process of working a job, not making enough that he needed to make. He went through the process of being faithful at that job so that this other job could be an opportunity for him.